Stephen awoke in a cold sweat. He was dreaming of the lost keys again. It had been nearly a year since he had seen them, and yet, he still dreamed of the day he had lost them. It had all started when he was running late for work. He had rushed out of the house, forgetting to grab his keys. He had gone back, searching everywhere, but they were nowhere to be found. He had no choice but to go to work without them, and to try to remember where he had left them. He had searched his home high and low, but the keys were nowhere to be found. He had asked all of his friends and family if they had seen them, but no one had. He had even gone through the lost and found at the office, but still nothing. He was beginning to fear that he had lost them forever. But then, one night, he had a dream. In the dream, he found himself in a strange, dark place. He could barely make out his surroundings, but he could see a large door in front of him. He opened the door, and what he saw inside made him gasp in fear. The room was filled with hundreds of lost keys, all of them jumbled together in a chaotic mess. He was drawn to them, as if they were calling out to him. He reached out to grab one, and suddenly felt a horrible chill run down his spine. He quickly pulled his hand back, and the keys seemed to whisper his name. He backed away slowly, and the keys whispered louder and louder until he ran away in terror. When he awoke, he felt a strange sense of foreboding. He knew that wherever the keys were, it was a place of danger. He had to find them before it was too late. He searched everywhere he could think of, but still came up empty. He even went back to the strange place from his dream, but the keys were no longer there. He was beginning to give up hope when he stumbled across an old, abandoned house. He went inside, and immediately felt a chill run down his spine. He slowly made his way through the house, until he came across a room filled with hundreds of keys. He gasped in horror as he realized that these were the same keys from his dream. He reached out to grab one, and suddenly felt a strange force pulling him toward them. He was so scared he could barely move, but he managed to take a step back. Suddenly, the keys began to whisper his name. He backed away slowly, but the keys followed him. They seemed to be getting louder and louder, and he was becoming more and more scared. He ran away as fast as he could, and after what seemed like an eternity, he finally made it out of the house. He ran all the way home, and never looked back. He was so scared he never told anyone what had happened. He kept the keys hidden away, never daring to look at them again. But now, a year later, he still dreams of the keys. Every night he's haunted by the same nightmare, and he can feel the fear rising inside him. He knows he must find a way to get rid of the keys, before it's too late. But how? He's desperate for an answer, and he knows the answer lies in the lost keys. He just needs to find the courage to face them, and maybe then he'll finally be free.